Hello, folks, beautiful people of the stream.
Hello, folks,
today we are going to be
people
doing a
of the
matchup
stream.
here today for 30G League. Feminists versus lawnmowers. So it's going to be a beautiful matchup here today of the stream. So I'm here with your co-caster, Bug, so take it away.
Oh, okay, we have... Who is that? Wait, what is it? Feminists. Okay, lawnmowers coming out winning that joust, but it is Feminists to pick that back up. But Fletcher's for the side of lawnmowers is going to pick that back up. Waiting for some pressure to come in, walking up to the cloud. Clearing it, cross tunnel, all the way over to Povek. Povek now going for a shot, maybe? But there is John Breachers there with the catch. Wiglet's now grabbing the disc, passing it all the way over to Fletcher's. Fletcher's forward to Monarch. Monarch waiting for a pass, trying to cut Fletcher's in, but that's off the boot. Oh, and Monarch grabs the disc and puts it in the goal. I couldn't see who grabbed the disc.
Glorious two-pointer there. Glorious two-pointer there of the goal right there. So we're going to be going into another beautiful joust here from the, I think, Feminists. They're going straight over here, trying to get that. Here, Kai is going to be throwing it straight back under tunnel here. Going to catch that disc into the midst of things. Looks like you're going to go into midfield. You're going to go probably juke down there, waiting for a pass for interception. Going to throw that back to zero. Gets intercepted into the midst of things, and just gets crossed into the trench area, throwing it down the field.
That is Fletcher's getting stunned out, and Povek picking that disc back up. Brought John Breachers there to steal that back, though. Clearing it all the way across tunnel. That is a stack race. I'm not seeing any stacks form up. That, oh my goodness. There's gonna be Wigglers there to grab the disc. Clearing it across tunnel. Nobody grabs the disc, and it's another stack race. Povek grabbing the disc and putting it in for another two.
A lot of laughing going on.
Oh man.
I
know.
Looks like they're gonna be going off for another tilt here. Going straight over here. Let me throwing it down the. Trying to throw him on the field here. Gonna be getting that into the midst of the interception. Brown to get that pass, but he gets it. And could he be throwing it right back down? He's gonna be throwing back to his teammate over there. Nobody looks like they're gonna be on the other side there. Maybe some time for them to push forward with a regrab. Looks like they're gonna be staying here straight up on the boot. Maybe going there for a pass. Maybe staying here. He's kind of strategizing. He's gonna go straight back up here. Gonna throw it down, but gets intercepted here. Throwing under trench, but the Biss is gonna just bounce right there. A beautiful pass back. Just beautiful chemistry overall.
That's gonna be Fletcher's there to grab the disc, but Fletcher's misses. Kai grabbing it, getting stunned out by Monarch. Fletcher's grabbing that disc as a redemption, clearing that out. Monarch picking that back up, but it misses. Wiglet's there to bring that back in for two.
And talk about a shot. Just incredible. They're just hitting these constant two-pointers here. No threes, just always going for the simple two-pointer, which, you know, is getting them up there. But looks like we are 6 minutes into the match, so we could see a potential mercy here, maybe. Unless the joust could go correctly, maybe adding some points. But they do have time here. Looks like Fletcher is going to be throwing it right back down onto the court here. Going to get a pass off straight there by Moch. It looks like it's going to be lost in the hands here by Fletcher, throwing it right back down, going to be bouncing straight back up. It looks like he's going to be booming that straight back down onto the midfield point.
And that is going to be stacks coming in. The disc is loose, but there's going to be a stack for the side of lawnmowers over to the disc. Monarch Fletcher's grabbing the disc, clearing that all the way out, and the stacks are there. Feminists, LFT grabbing the disc, waiting for some pressure to come in. There is a stack pushing him, so he's going to clear out same side tunnel. He has Kai, but it gets stolen away by Wiglet. Wiglet's now going cross slow. It's going to be picked back up by Wiglet's, walking over to Monarch. Monarch trying to get a quick two, but that's wide. Wiglet's picking that back up, going in for a cross pocket too.
Yawn. You know, I gotta say, I am just I'm falling asleep here at the amount of two-pointers. There's a lot of two-pointers going on. Maybe let's go for, you know, something a little different here. We're gonna have to see. Looks like they are gonna be jousting here. and boom. So you're gonna be picking up the disc, gonna be throwing it straight back down, but he gets a little, he gets stunned right there. The disc is still at the end. This could be a potential shot right here. He has the opportunity, but gets stunned right there. I gotta just say the defense is crazy here. They just really have it. The lawnmowers just really just mowing them down. And talk about a brilliant three-pointer. Only one more goal until a mercy.
Actually, 3 more threes till a mercy. Private mercy is 20 points up. Public mercies are 12 points up.
Oh, my bad.
But I see where your heart is. I get it. Alright, Kai now with the disc crossing over, but that's intercepted by Fletcher's. Fletcher's going in for a half court, but it's saved by OC06. LFT going for the disc, getting stunned out. Ooh, a nice ender coming out from LFT. LFT passing that over to John Breachers. John Breachers sending down low. That's going to be Kai picking the disc up, trying to go for a shot. Fletcher's is there to grab it. Fletcher is sending that over to Monarch. Monarch getting pressured, going for a half court, but that's a little bit too low. Stacks are coming in, and it's going to be Fletcher's with the disc now, slapping it cross over really quickly.
Gonna go straight back down here, maybe going for the shot. Straight over into this section. It looks like he gets stunned. It's gonna go bouncing across the wall. Beautiful throw down to the court. Could that be in here? But it's gonna bounce off. But he has the opportunity in the first 2-pointer here from the Feminist team.
Finally good, seeing some points come onto the board for that team can be super duper beneficial for them. Maybe it's the start of their momentum.
It's the start of a new chapter, I would have to say.
It's just something that they definitely needed for that momentum to actually pick back up. Fletcher's now grabbing the disc, sending that cross over to Monarch. Monarch now getting pressured, sending that relay over to Wiglet. Wiglet's now back to Monarch. Monarch over to Fletcher's. Fletcher's waiting for some pressure to come in, crossing low over to Wiglet's. Wiglet's waiting for a pass, looking what options he has, getting pressured by Kai, sending that over to Povek, but LFT's there to intercept it, doing a long clear out. That's in the bubble, bouncing, but Monarch's there to grab that. Monarch dancing around on the floor. LFT is looking to pressure him, crossing that over to Wiglet's, but that's off of boot.
Wow, incredible, just incredible clears here from both of these teams here, but looks like they are going to be having that opportunity, and looks like they're coming right back, showing their feminist gain here. They're up 3 here.
Okay. Those choice of words. I think, as I said, this definitely was a good chance for them to really pick back up on that momentum. So it's going to be lawnmowers coming out. Fletcher's grabbing that disc, sending that right tunnel over to somebody, but that Stack's there to pick that up. John Breachers now with the disc forward over to LFT, but LFT just misses. Fletcher is saving the disc, but that is a bonus Stack coming in. Who's going to grab that first? It's going to be LFT. LFT dancing around over 3 lawnmowers. Passing that forward high over to Kai. Kai now kind of playing it back, crossing over to LFT, but he doesn't get that lead on that pass.
I gotta say these lawnmowers are really chomping down here. So they're gonna be throwing it straight back up onto the air here. They'll be catching that disc into the area. Looks like he's gonna be bouncing off. LFG. He's gonna be trying to go straight back up, but he pulls off the stun as the air is just in free roam. Gonna go for that brilliant pass. He has the opportunity, and talk about a brilliant three-pointer as the lawnmowers just revved up their engines here.
Looking at the chat here, and it said, pinch nerve cats without pinch nerve. And then Chromium saying, I think the music should be turned down or off. Okay. We have Feminists coming out of the tunnels. Kai over to LFT. LFT going cross over to John Breachers. John Breachers sending cross low, but nobody's there to pick it up. The disc is loose. Povek picking that back up, sending that all the way through. It's a loose disc again, but Feminist is there to grab that. But lawnmowers mowing over that Stack. Over to Fletcherus. Fletcherus now walking through the bubble, crossing over to Monarch. Monarch in for a quick 2.
Looks like they are going to be getting that brilliant two-pointer, but here it is not over here for these Feminists, as they have the next game. I feel like they can just strengthen their power and they can get a win here. But looks like they're going to be jousting straight back here, going to be catching the disc. John Breachers takes it, throwing a great cross back down from tunnel. Going to be bouncing straight back up. 0-7 might be taking it, but it gets caught in that possession as they're going to be throwing that disc straight back down onto the field of the intersection here. Nobody kind of get there as it's going top popcorn right now. Going straight back down onto it. It's going to be bouncing straight back off the logo. Going straight back to John Breachers. He's going in. He could be throwing it right back down onto the court here. LFG is going to be bouncing off. Could that be a shot? It's almost there, but somebody was there just to pick it up. Maybe a little bit of back and forth here, but that might be it for our first round here. And that's it for our first round. Incredible win there from lawnmowers. Feminists did pretty good.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. So, coming in first place with steals for each team, John Breachers and Wiglets there with the steals. Stuns is Monarch, Wiglet, and LFT. Honestly, I really do like picking up on stuns and steals. Sometimes points isn't really accurate just because you can feed a player a bunch of times. Although I will say LFT is in the lead with 5 points for Feminists. We saw some amazing shots come in from him today, so that was really good. Thoughts, feelings, questions, comments, concerns?
No, not really. It was a pretty good match. I would even say absolute cinema of just incredible gameplay there. But you know, it really woke me up there. It's just incredible Echo Arena gameplay. You know, it really brings a tear to my eye. Like, you guys couldn't physically see me, but there was a tear running down my face when they threw the disc. But you know, it's gonna be a nice, beautiful next game, a refresh, a nice, good mindset. Just like a philosopher, they're gonna take this in. They're gonna try their hardest, and they're gonna be the very best that nobody's ever saw.
All right, coming in from that neutral joust, it's gonna be lawnmowers coming in, getting that disc. Povek grabbing that butt. Feminist is there to grab that disc back from them, coming out with a quick clear. Oh my gosh, I'm jumbling my words. Monarch's there to pick that disc back up though, sending it cross tunnel all the way over to Povek. Povek now sending that all the way through, waiting for some stacks to come in. That's gonna be Monarch. Monarch now dancing around on top, trying to send it in for a 2, but Kai with a beautiful save. LFT now grabbing the disc, dancing around on the floor, waiting for a pass, sending that low mid, and it's gonna be a stack race.
Going straight back in here. They're gonna be taking that straight back down onto the field here, trying to get that straight back down. LFT is going to be taking that possession, but gets stunned right there. Going to be going straight back up here. Going to be throwing the disc straight back down onto the court. That is a beautiful bounce, but the bounce did work out, putting 2 points up onto the board for the lawnmowers.
Can you say that again?
Two beautiful points for the lawnmowers.
Were you trying to be a lawnmower? Alright, that's gonna be Kai coming out with that disc, sending that over to the tunnel, but Fletcher's is gonna be there to intercept that. But it's back to Kai. Stacks are coming in for lawnmowers, but Kai ducks down. LFT now with this getting pressured, waiting for a pass to come out. Looking at his options, playing it back, sending it cross over to Kai. Kai now doing the same thing as LFT was. Losing the disc though. Wiglet's doing a slap.
Yep. Going straight back up onto the field here. Gonna be trying to get that as John Breacher is gonna be taking that ball possession. Looks like incredible defensive play there, just whacking it straight back down the field here from just incredible passes and punches. Looks like it's gonna be passed off from the top here. Could be passing straight back down on there, right off on the boot here. Could be going for that nice incredible juke there by LFT, just juking everybody out. He's going in, he's doing the 360, he's doing the LFG special. Nobody's gonna stop him, and that is just a clip-worthy moment.
All right. We are currently tied right now, which is actually a huge difference from last round, whereas the lawnmowers, I believe, was up 10 before Feminist even had a point on the board. So that's going to be lawnmowers coming out of the tunnels. Fletch sending that quick left, but a beautiful stack coming out from Feminists. John Breacher is sending that crossover to LFC. LFC trying to get his teammates into place, but lawnmowers is there to mow that stack down. Monarch grabbing that disc, sending that all the way over to Povak. Povak sending that all the way through, but that bounces off of Bowtie. Grabbing that once more, sending that low over to Monarch. Monarch going in for a quick 3, but Kai's there to grab that. Wiglet's now with the disc, dancing around, crossover to Povak. Povak walking in through the bubble, sending it crossover to Wiglet's maybe? That's going to be LFT, picking the disc back up, trying to send that all the way out, but that does bounce out of the trap area. Fletcherus is there to do a quick slap over to Povak, then over to Wiglet's, but Wiglet's misses. Kai now with the disc, but Fletch is there in midfield.
Fletch was there in that beautiful cross pass from midfield, going straight back up, but talking about just a brilliant save there from LFT. Just grabbing that disc in the cross of everything. Looks like you're going to be going back down. A beautiful stack right back down to the disc. Beautiful pass straight back there on the Pac-Man. Straight over. He's going to be getting that straight back over, trying to throw it straight back down up onto the board here. It's going to be rolling straight back up from the top here. Somebody to get it right there. John Breachers is there, and it's currently just open there. Open for a beautiful shot.
That was a little bit crazy that Lawnmowers didn't have any stacks down the field.
I would agree more. I would agree more.
Oh, there it is. All right. We have Lawnmowers coming out of the tunnels. It's going to be Fletcher's grabbing that disc, sending that over to the right tunnel. Povek now with the disc, dancing around, crossing low over to Monarch. Monarch crossing over to Wiglet's. Wiglet's sending that in for a quick 2.
Beautiful two-pointer shot. Really, these are some pretty neck-to-neck games here, so that's also really just awesome to see here. It looks like they are going to be going in for just a beautiful joust here. Going to be waiting for it in 3, 2, and 1. And the joust kicks off here as the Feminists come down onto the court here. Trying to go straight back up here. Going to be bouncing straight around. Straight back down. He gets the disc, throwing it straight over from the intersection here. Gonna be rolling straight back down. Gonna be captured by Kai. Kai has it. He's gonna be just waiting there on Nest. What's he doing? He's just wasting time. He was trying to go for the pass. I kind of saw the vision there, but it didn't work out as intended.
Right, that's going to be OCO6 there with the disc, but getting it stolen away by Wiglet's. But that's going to be back to John Breachers over to LFT. LFT dancing around on the pole, but gets stunned out. That's going to be Kai picking that back up. But Fletcher's takes it back. Trying to clear that out, but that is stuck in midfield. John Breachers picking the disc back up. Going high. Nobody's there to grab that. So Lawnmowers is there to pick that back up. Fletcher's sending that all the way downfield. But that's going to be Kai there to pick it back up. But stolen away by Fletcher's. Fletcher's going in for a beautiful top pocket, bounce to right pocket.
I gotta say, that was very good of a shot. 3 minutes and 4 minutes remaining up onto the clock here, and we're going to go off with a beautiful launch there on the Nest. Looks like they're almost got intersected there. Gonna be throwing it straight back out in the tunnel. It's gonna be bouncing off. The stack did not work as John Breachers takes that, trying to throw right back to his teammate on shield there. Bouncing straight back onto the team. Could that be a shot into the goal? But no, it was there, and they tried to make the shot, but it is currently just open, and it's open for them to take as they just put a beautiful three-pointer onto the board. So these lawnmowers, they're pretty chilling, you know. They're chilling lawnmowers. Like, put some sunglasses on.
They're putting it for sure. Are they electric lawnmowers? I would assume so since they're robots. Get it? Okay, that is Kai now with the disc. Sending that all the way over to John Breachers. Getting stunned out by that lawnmower stack. Monarch now with the disc. Sending that cross over to Fletch. Fletch back to Monarch, but Monarch's just a tad too short. Monarch's probably about like 5'3", so I can't say. He's a little bit too short. It's gonna be Kai now picking up that disc. It gets stunned out, so that's gonna be Povek picking the disc back up, but it's stolen back away by Kai. Kai slapping that down, same time, down mid, my bad. And it's gonna be a stack race. Fletcher's there to pick that up, but it's a triple stun. Wiglet's resetting that. Povek's there to maybe grab it. Fletcher's grabbing the disc, bouncing that all the way out. LFT picking the disc back up, getting stunned out. So that's a reset over to OC06.
Looks like OC going straight in. He passes it straight back up here, trying to get that, but it looks like nobody was there to just capture the disc here. Beautiful clear, but gets intercepted there by Kai from the tunnel point. He's going straight back up on the Pac-Man, passing his shield. Great chemistry here. He has it. He's going around, and he's just gonna dunk that in there like a Dunkaroo cookie. And
Dunkaroo cookie. What is a Dunkaroo cookie?
You know, like those like snacks where you did like you dunk the thing. It's like a cookie, you dunk it in the chocolate.
No, I've never seen. What is a Dunkaroo cookie?
Look at it. Look at it.
No, I don't want to.
No, I'm not. Look at
down with the disc. Send that over to Monarch. Monarch forward over to Wiglets. Wiglets now crossing that over to Povek. Povek barely missing. Kai picking that disc back up, trying to go for a clear, but he is stunned. The disc is loose. LFT picking that back up, sending it all the way out. Fletcher's there to pick it back up. Over to LFT. LFT now juking around Povek, waiting for some passes to come out. Looking at who he can pass to. Probably going for a self-pass there, but he gets stunned out. Povek trying to get the disc. LFT somehow winding up with the disc back in his hands. Resetting that back all the way over to OC06. OC06 passing that over to John Breachers. John Breachers forward over to Kai. Kai passing that over to LFT. LFT dancing around on Boot. He sees that he's getting pressured, trying to go in for a quick three, but it is saved. Beautiful save by that goalie. Wiglets now grabbing the disc, sending that all the way out. That stack is there. Fletcher's sending it in for another three, but it bounces off of Nest. Kai picking the disc up, trying to send that all the way out. I feel like I'm being a mic hog.
No. Going straight back down onto the field here. LFT is going to be taking that possession here. He's just going to be going around. He's going to throw it right back down like a pizza panini. Going straight over, trying to throw it down onto the court here. Oh, talking about a shot. It could be bouncing off here. They have the opportunity to just get one more two-pointer to end off this game here. You know, very, very good, but beautiful shot. Beautiful shot.
Well, that was a beautiful way to end out the match. I believe that, Feminists was really fighting hard towards the end because they knew that they needed a 3 in order to just make it OT. Hopefully in hopes of going into a round 3. So really good fight that they put up there. I do think that the chemistry of Lawnmowers was just too much. You know, Lawnmowers just mowing over them the entire time.
It was a beautiful game there from the Feminists. They played their strongest, and Lawnmowers they did their best. And also Dunkaroos is a cookie. Like
Dunkaroos is fake. You are making up stories. Why are you going crazy? You're making stuff up.
It's not. But you know,
you're gaslighting me.
No, I'm not. Yeah, that was a beautiful cast. Thank you for Pinch Nerve for, you know, providing this beautiful stream so we can cast here. It was a good and yeah. I'm your cast director, Cat. This has been a beautiful match. Okay, good night, everyone.